Hi everyone! Today I'll be making Chinese steamed pork dumplings from this Chinese dim sum cookbook from the UTSC library. In this video, I will show you how to make dumplings from scratch while also explaining what makes this dish culturally important. Dumplings are a really meaningful dish in Chinese food culture. They have been around for more than 1800 years, invented during the Han Dynasty. According to a secondary source called Dumplings: A Global History, dumplings are often eaten during celebrations like Lunar New Year and weddings, symbolizing wealth and prosperity. This is because the shapes of the dumplings represent gold or silver ingots from ancient China. Another study, The Presentation of Ethnic Authenticity, explains that authentic Chinese food is created through shared experiences and traditions. This shows why making dumplings has stayed an important practice for many Chinese families, and why they continue this tradition wherever they live to maintain their cultural identity. As I cook, I will show how dumplings represent themes like identity, community, technical skill, and comfort. Let's start with the dough. So we need 300 grams of flour. We will need to use the scale to measure. So I'm going to start filling this up. 300 grams. As you can see, measuring the flour needs a lot of patience and precision. Now, the instructions say we need 1 cup of boiling water, so let's get that. 1 cup. Okay, so we have the 300 grams of flour and 1 cup of boiling water. So I'm going to pour this into the flour and then mix it for the dough. I am mixing the flour with boiling water to form a soft dough. Using hot water creates a smoother and stretchier texture for dumplings. Making dumpling dough requires technique. The amount of water, temperature, and the kneading all affect how soft or elastic the dough becomes. Make sure to get all the flour that is stuck to the bowl. Knead the dough until it becomes smooth, stretchy, and that there is no dry flour left. It should look something like this. Let's start on the filling. First, we need 6 dry Chinese black mushrooms, and we need to soak it first so that they are soft. So let's do that. While we are waiting for the mushrooms to soak, let's get the ground pork and weigh it. We need 300 grams. Perfect. Now we need 1/4 cup chopped green onion. Now I'm placing the green onions into the bowl with the ground pork. Now we need 1 tablespoon of minced ginger. We have 1 tablespoon of ginger. Now I'm going to add it to this bowl. Now the mushrooms are ready, so I'm going to start mincing them. Dried ingredients like these connect to the theme of preservation, where these foods can be stored for long while still adding flavor to the dish. Gonna add the mushrooms. Let's add 2 tablespoons of water. 2 tablespoons of sesame. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1 dash of white pepper. 1 dash of rice wine. 1 dash of Maggi sauce. Once everything is combined, including the pork, dried mushrooms, and all the seasonings, I need to mix them well. When everything is mixed, I will put the filling in a smaller bowl and put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes or until it is partially firm. This makes it easier to wrap it with the dough later. Put the dough in the fridge for about 10 to 20 minutes as well. Now I'm unwrapping the dough after putting it in the fridge to let it cool down a bit. Now, mix the dough a little before we start dividing and rolling it. Add some flour under the dough so that it doesn't stick to the mats that I placed on the table. We need to now stretch the dough into a long line and then cut it into small pieces. This is hard. Roll the dough a bit to make it rounder. Now I will keep doing that for all the dough I made. Then, add some flour onto the rolling pin so that the dough doesn't stick to it, and then roll each piece of dough into a thin wrapper.
This is a nice one.
Nice. Once you finish doing this for all the dough, let's take out the filling from the fridge. Now, add about 1 tablespoon of filling to each wrapper and then fold them. Then, add a bit of water to the ends of the wrapper so that it can stick together when we fold it. Fold the dough to wrap all the filling, and then fold the ends like this. Cutting, rolling, and wrapping the dumplings require a lot of technical skill because each step needs precision and practice. The dough needs to be rolled evenly so it cooks properly, and the folds need to be tight enough to hold the filling without breaking. So, knowing the right thickness or the right amount of filling is something you develop by feel or over time. Even folding the dumplings takes a lot of practice and time, so people who have practice develop their technical skill to be able to make dumplings really fast. To add on, this is probably the most important step. Traditionally, this activity is an important social activity relating to the theme of community. Families often gather around a table, talking and laughing, while folding the dumplings together. This practice shows how food builds relationships and reinforces cultural identity. This is what the dumplings look like after folding them. Now, let's place the dumplings into a steamer. Make sure to leave space between them so they don't stick together. I will steam them over high heat for about 10 minutes. Steaming is a cooking method that preserves the natural flavors of the ingredients. According to a secondary source on Asian foods, science, and technology, dumplings can be boiled, steamed, or fried, and each method can change the aroma, taste, and texture. A study on heating methods show that heat changes how soft the wrapper becomes and how the filling tastes, which means that cooking dumplings requires technical skill. Even small changes in cooking methods can affect the final texture. These dumplings are usually eaten with a simple dipping sauce like soy sauce and vinegar. And they are done, fresh, homemade dumplings. For many people, dumplings are a form of comfort food. They remind people of home, family traditions, and shared experiences. According to Wang's article, What's in a Dumpling?, dumplings have become a symbol of Chinese identity not only within China but all around the world. As Chinese restaurants open in more countries, they introduce dumplings to new people and help share Chinese culture globally. Many countries have also adapted dumplings into their own cuisines, like Japan with gyoza and Korea with mandu. For many Chinese communities, dumplings remain a meaningful connection to cultural heritage and family traditions. So today, we made dumplings and also saw how this dish connects to the ideas about community and identity in Chinese culture.